Please mind the platform gap. 请注意月台空隙。
Sila berhati-hati di ruang platform.
தயவு செய்து தளமேடை இடைவெளியை கவனத்தில் கொள்ளுங்கள். Doors are closing. Next station, Clementi. 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 Please mind the platform gap. 请注意月台空隙。
Sila berhati-hati di ruang platform.
தயவு செய்து தண்ணீரை இடைவெளியை கவனத்தில் கொள்ளுங்கள்.
去早点吃去吧。
老板，你在睡觉吗？是给我是吧？今天那个。
啥？青菜。
Now, doing a YouTube in Singapore has its own set of challenges. With a small local audience, population of Singapore is about 6 million only. So there are limited local viewers, which makes it harder to grow fast. It's only Singapore-only content, and so one option is to rely on regional or global audience, but the SEO and keyword title must suit the overseas international audience. The second thing, there are many creators in Singapore, so there are high competition, and most of them are tech reviewers, food vloggers, and lifestyle and finance YouTubers, so it's hard to stand out unless we have a unique anchor of proposition or kind of like stuff that we do other people cannot imitate. And then the next thing in Singapore, you all guys know, right? The cost of living is so high, and then if you every time you go out in firm, right, the transport, bus, MRT, you eat the food, street food, and whatever maybe the wireless meat, BJI or Bolia, all these cost money, you know. Every time you go to take MRT, take a bus, one day can cost about $6 on the average. If you go far from like Clementi to Punggol, Punggol by the Clementi, there's two-way trip. That's excluding the bus. But in Vietnam, right, you can take the Grab motorbike if you're not afraid of motorbike, and then it just costs like $1 to $2 per trip. If you go to two-way trip, go to one more and from and come back, it's like two-way trip, right? So two-way trip there's less than $4 a day. Just multiply by 30 days, and also the food there is much cheaper, maybe like 50% cost of Singapore. Like our like how do I say, some local dish, right? Chicken rice here costs $6, over there costs $3 because they are like they are Singapore chefs who go to Vietnam and cook chicken rice over there. I tried before. But surprisingly, the overseas chicken rice tastes much better than the Singapore one. In Vietnam. And the next thing is Singapore audience prefer more safe content. They prefer something that's professional, safe content. They don't really like the bold or controversial content, so it's harder to go viral. And then in Singapore, right, it's more like slower organic growth. You need a few years of consistency before you reach. You build a loyal audience. So there are also fewer viral trends. Now talk about the challenges of doing YouTube in Vietnam is that number one, there are huge competition, but there's a bigger market population of 100 million. That is about 16 or 17 times that of Singapore. Many creators that is too crowded and they speak in their local language, Vietnamese as well, and some speak English. The trend change very fast. Secondly, is lower CPM or the ad revenue. If you are monetized channel and really like means to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours already, you get to earn money through the ad revenue from your long videos and from your shorts and for your live. So there are three options. They also like have a super chat and other style membership. But in general, ads in Vietnam pay much less. So for example, the Singapore CPM, right, this is a cost per mile. This can be $4 to $12 depending on your niche. But in Vietnam, it gives you like 50 cents to $2. That's really low, right? So you need very high views and well. And the next point is the trend-driven pressure means that in Vietnam, right, the creators must constantly on the ball follow challenger drama and other topics because slow, right? Views drop fast and other people may do the topic first. And the next one will be the risk of content copying by other creators because popular ideas are copied quickly. It's hard to protect the originality. And the next one is that many creators in Vietnam rely on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So algorithm changes will be harder. So in comparison, Singapore market, the audience is small, but it's the CPM and whatever the money, right, the ad revenue is higher. But in Vietnam, the ad revenue is lower, but it's easier to grow the subs and easier to get monetize. But the competition is higher than that of Singapore because there are too many creators over there. Well, the cost of living is lower in Vietnam compared to Singapore, so you feel comfortable to film every day, one day server session, no problem. But the chance of going viral topics in Vietnam is higher than that of Singapore. So because I have experience doing the filming in Vietnam as well as Singapore, right? I just share my opinion. If you have like any questions or comment, you can just drop me a comment in the comment section below and tell you guys. It's really hard. So I think the best strategy is the best of both worlds. Number one, you film in Singapore, which is have a high quality, clean branding and premium feel. Number two, target overseas viewers, international audience. Use titles and foreigners shot by Singapore housing or inside Singapore secret mall estate. And number three, use English but Singapore subtitles to reach ASEAN and global audience. SEO, which is important for the discovery, is also important. So if you want a fast claim and recognition, go to Vietnam to YouTube. I want a stable income to Singapore, long-term branding Singapore, viral shots, go to Vietnam. So you can say that, there was previously the channel, I did the live, and then it's like about 2 to 3 hours of people watching. And that live session gave me close to 100 subs in just live session. But in Singapore, I can like do 2 to 3 hours of similar topic, right? But I don't get 1 sub. So you guys will get the idea. Having said that, right? So it's not a challenge doing YouTube in Singapore. Anyway, end my video for now. More ideas I will share in my next part 2. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.